Have you ever caught yourself staring out a window, or perhaps looking in the mirror and thinking, I guess this is it? Maybe you've hit your 40s, maybe you're cruising through your 50s, or you are well beyond that. But there is this little voice that starts to whisper in the back of your mind. It tells you that your best days are behind you. It tells you that the excitement, the growth, and the adventures were for the first half of the movie. And now you're just watching the credits roll. It's a heavy feeling. It sneaks in with a shrug and a sigh. It convinces us that new adventures are the exclusive territory of the young. It tells us to settle, to coast, to be realistic. But I want you to listen closely right now. That voice? It is lying to you. The idea that life plateaus after 40 is the single biggest myth holding people back today. If you are feeling that stagnation, it's not because you're done. It's because you are ready for a new chapter, and you just haven't turned the page yet. Let's reframe the narrative. Society often obsesses over youth, fresh energy, blank slates. But if you are over 40, you have something far more valuable than a blank slate. You have data, you have history. You are perfectly positioned for a fresh start because of your age, not in spite of it. Think about it. You have spent decades on this planet learning, growing, and collecting stories. You have weathered storms that would knock a younger person down. You have celebrated victories. You have failed and gotten back up. You have gained a specific kind of wisdom that no 25-year-old can buy, no matter how many degrees they have. That experience, it is your superpower. When you look at launching a business, writing a book, or even just reinventing your daily routine, your years are an asset. You have perspective. You know how to solve problems because you've seen them before. People pay for expertise. They pay for insight. They gravitate towards stability and depth. You aren't running out of time. You are just now finally equipped with the right tools to build something magnificent. If you think success has an expiration date, you need to look at history. It is absolutely packed with late bloomers who prove that the second half of life can be more explosive than the first. Take Vera Wang. Today, she is synonymous with high fashion and bridal couture. But did you know she didn't design her very first wedding dress until she was 40 years old? Before that, she was a figure skater and a journalist. She pivoted. Think about Julia Child. She didn't even learn to cook until her late 30s, and she became the household name we know in her 50s. And Colonel Sanders? He didn't start franchising KFC until he was in his 60s. These icons didn't let a number on a driver's license define their possibilities. They let their passion and their experience lead the way. But it's not just celebrities, it's everyday people. There are stories of people losing everything, careers, savings, stability, and rebuilding entirely from a library computer in their 40s, only to end up helping others do the same. The lesson here is consistent and clear. It is never too late to rewrite your story. Here is the secret that nobody tells you about getting older. Starting over actually feels easier in your 40s than it does in your 20s. Why? Because of the freedom of age. When you are young, you are paralyzed by what other people think. You are trying to fit into a mold. But as you get older, you stop caring so much about the audience. You develop a kind of armor. You know what drains your energy, and you have the confidence to avoid it. You are more honest about what you want. And perhaps most importantly, you have failed enough times to know that failure isn't fatal. You know you will survive. That clarity, that self-knowledge, makes new beginnings less scary and much more exciting. You aren't guessing anymore, you're executing. So, if you are nodding your head, if you are ready to reject the "this is it" myth, how do you actually start? First, reflect on your strengths and passions. Don't ask what pays the most or what looks good on a resume. Ask, what have I always wanted to do? What comes naturally to me now? Second, surround yourself with support. Community matters. Find the people who cheer you on and distance yourself from the voices that tell you to be realistic. Third, embrace lifelong learning. The brain is plastic. It can change at any age. Take a class, read a new genre, pick up a skill. Fourth, prioritize your health. Reinvention requires fuel. Your energy is your most precious resource, so guard it. And finally, take small steps. You don't need to leap off a cliff. You just need to take one step. Progress is progress, no matter how slow. Don't let the myth that it's over rob you of decades of potential. Your experience is valuable. Your story isn't finished. In fact, the best chapters might be the ones you are about to write. Whether you are 45 or 75, wake up tomorrow and build a life that excites you. If you want to dive deeper into these strategies and read the full breakdown of how to restart, check out the full blog post. I've dropped the link right down in the description below. Click that link, give it a read, and start your next chapter today.